Son's potential return, Leicester's injury boost, and the defensive juggernaut few of you are picking, the treatment room. Okay, what's the story regarding injuries for game week 30? Bukayo Saka is 50-50 ahead of Arsenal's game against Liverpool. He didn't make the England squad due to a hamstring issue, while Marcus Rashford is also 50-50 after he was sent home from the England squad suffering from a foot injury, or because Gareth thought he could do with just one or two more defensive midfielders instead. Martial came off for France against Kazakhstan with a knee injury, which suggests he's unlikely to feature this weekend, and I'm sure all 3.1% of you who picked him will be devastated. Don't worry, now you know to take him out. That's what we do. Heung-min Son missed the last Premier League game and international duty with the hamstring injury suffered against Arsenal. No news at the time of recording, with Jose Mourinho being remarkably coy on the issue, not like him at all. But it was believed he might be fit after the break. Our trusted source tells us Jack Grealish is back in first team training. Yep, that's right, the Villa physio got him back in his fantasy side. Okay, I promise that's the last time we'll make that joke. Jordan Pickford missed all of England's qualifiers, the lucky sod. Wish I could say the same about Ireland's. But he should be back for Everton this weekend. Ricardo Pereira and James Maddison could both be back, with Pereira being the more likely according to reports. Maddison will be gutted about being injured, having missed out the chance to sit on Gareth Southgate's bench. Ralph Hasenhüttl will be crying tears of joy again as Danny Ings and Theo Walcott are both back in training. They look likely to be back in the fold against Burnley this weekend and will be hoping to avoid another 9-0. Though that's almost half Burnley's season total of goals in the league, so I wouldn't worry about it. Key fixtures. Arsenal versus Liverpool. Arteta has won 3 out of 4 games against Jurgen Klopp, 2 of which were on penalties, of which 1 was the Community Shield, but we're taking all the silverware we can get, thank you. Let's not forget how poor Liverpool have been recently. They're in the bottom half of the form table. They've lost 6 out of their last 8. By contrast, Arsenal have only lost once in 6 and have beaten the likes of Leeds, Leicester and Spurs, while their last game was the stunning 3-goal turnaround against West Ham. New signing Owen Goals scored a brace in that one. He sounds promising. With no league goal in 5 games for Mo Salah, Diogo Jota is their man right now. He scored a brace for Portugal at the weekend and got the winner against Wolves in their last league game. I bet that hurt Andy. And he scored against Arsenal in game week 3. Can he do it again? Leicester versus Man City. The story of this one will of course be the reverse fixture back in game week 3 when City were embarrassed 5-2 at home. Remember when we all naively thought City wouldn't win the league? Jamie Vardy scored a hat-trick that day and probably could have had more. His goals have since dried up, but who cares right now when Kelechi Iheanacho is in the form he's in. 5 goals in 3 games, including a hat-trick against Sheffield United, which would have been really impressive a year ago. Still pretty impressive. However, that loss against Leicester was one of only 3 for City all season, so it's still an outlier. Although you would think Leicester's pace on the break would see them fare well against City, they had actually lost 6 in 7 against the leaders before this season, though they are in a good run of form, having lost only once in their last 8 games. Newcastle versus Spurs. The stats don't bode well for Newcastle. 2 wins in 18 for the Magpies. Steve Bruce has never won against Jose in 12 attempts, and Spurs have won 5 of the last 7 meetings. It's pretty black and white. Much like Newcastle. Harry Kane made his Premier League debut in this fixture 8.5 years ago as an 85th minute replacement for Sandro. It was Alan Pardew and Andre Villas-Boas in the dugout that day. He averages a goal every other start against Newcastle, and he didn't score in the reverse fixture. So you know what that means. Despite their loss in the North London derby, Spurs are one of the league's form teams with 4 wins in 5. They're just 3 points away from the Champions League places. But still Jose won't crack a smile. Chelsea versus West Brom. If you want to learn how to defend, then give this a watch at the weekend. The league's first and third most informed defences meet at the bridge. Between them, they've conceded just 3 goals in 10 games. But if you want to learn how to attack, watch Man City. Allardyce's men have scored 1 goal in 5, a Kyle Bartley header, while Chelsea are only 3 better than that. They impressively knocked out Atletico Madrid in Europe, but they need to learn how to find the back of the net. Timo Werner needs a bloody map. Under Tuchel in the league, Werner and Giroud have 1 goal, while Havertz, Ziyech, Pulisic and Abraham have yet to score. How have they won so many games? Abramovich put 1 in the back of the net. Everton versus Palace. Everton are unbeaten in the last 12 games against Palace. Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison were on target in the reverse fixture, and Everton won that 2-1. One of those men makes this week's players to pick as well, so stick around to see who that is. All Roy Hodgson's hopes will be on fit again Wilf Zaha, who only has 1 goal so far in 2021. Probably want to cross those toes as well, Roy. Transfers in. Pedro Neto. This guy's only just turned 21 and looks a serious prospect. He's currently the only Wolves player to reach triple figures in points on Dream Team this season, and only the 2 Liverpool fullbacks have put in more crosses in the league. He's had more shots than the UK vaccination programme, taking the most out of any Wolves player this season. And Wolves' upcoming fixtures after West Ham are Fulham, Sheffield United, Burnley and West Brom. All bottom quarter of the table, but there are no easy fixtures at this stage of the season. Harry Maguire. Old Slabhead is the second highest scoring defender behind Cancelo. It's not just the citizens who can defend. He's got the 4th most 7+ rating, which means loads of 3-pointers, and Man U have kept 4 clean sheets in a row in the league. And best of all, he's the only player inside Dream Team's top 10 point scorers to be selected by less than 10% of you. And they're probably all just Gareth Southgate's burner accounts. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. This man is the cheapest player inside Dream Team's top 15 point scorers. He's got more Dream Team points than De Bruyne, Sterling, Gundogan and Bamford. He's just after scoring a brace for his country against goal difference booster San Marino, but more impressively is the league's joint 4th top goal scorer. He dropped in ownership because of a hamstring injury in February, but scored his first goal since then against Burnley last game week. And we're willing to bet he's just getting warmed up. Predicted 11s. Alright, so you're up to speed with who's available. Let's get some predicted lineups coming your way. Right, that's all from us. Just before I leave you, I've got to remind you about our Dream Team Fantasy Football game. We've got a new and exciting subscription service for you this year called Dream Team Coach. It offers projected scores, fixture difficulty rating, projected price changes, and loads more if you're looking for that extra detail when picking your team. It's available really easily in the app, and there's a link in the description below. Oh, and best of all, it's half price right now, so that's just £9.99 for the rest of the season. So let us know what you thought of the show in the comments. Tell all your mates about us. We're working hard every week to give you the most informative video on the internet for fantasy football. And let us know what your teams are going to look like. Have you got any obscure picks? How's your season gone so far? Okay, I'm off. Good luck this weekend.